Well, good morning. Hello. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. My name is Bill Christensen. I'm an apprenticeship coordinator with the Start Today SD team, which is part of the South Dakota Department of Labor and Regulation. As you can see, I'm joined by other members of our Start Today team as well this morning. We truly appreciate you taking the time to learn more about youth apprenticeship opportunities. Our team is working closely with employers across the state to help guide them through developing and expanding registered apprenticeship programs recognized by the U.S. Department of Labor. Today, our webinar is going to focus on youth apprenticeships, specifically how employers can open apprenticeship opportunities to youth through U.S. Department of Labor registered apprenticeship programs. Our purpose today is to encourage employers to consider opening apprenticeship opportunities to younger workers and to show that this can be done safely, intentionally, and in full compliance with federal youth labor laws. This isn't about cutting corners. It's about building structured, high-quality pathways that benefit both employers and our youth. So by the end of this session, I hope you'll have a clearer understanding of the value, the legal framework, and the steps to move forward, and if this is something that you would like to further explore. So first, let's start talking about how employers are choosing to include youth in their registered apprenticeship programs. So from an employer's perspective, youth apprenticeships are a long-term workforce strategy. Instead of competing for talent after graduation, you're investing early in helping shape your future workforce. Youth apprenticeships are allowing employers to connect with students before they graduate and develop them over time. By working with local high schools, you can identify young people who are already interested in your industry, and you're helping to train them in real working conditions. And this is giving you time to evaluate skills, work ethic, and fit. So by graduation, you have trained, reliable, and employees that are ready to move into a full-time position. These programs also strengthen relationships with your local schools, educators, and the broader community. Employers and schools work together to align learning with real workforce needs, and families gain confidence knowing students are participating in structured, supervised programs that are recognized by the U.S. Department of Labor. And that connection can build trust and long-term partnerships. Registered apprenticeship programs also allow employers to train youth to their specific processes, their standards, and safety expectations from day one. This training is customized to your workplace, and delivery is gradually given under supervision. So at that same time, youth apprentices can learn workplace culture through work experience, things like professionalism, communication, accountability, and teamwork, and by working alongside mentors and teams. And because of this early investment, employers often see a stronger loyalty and retention when they're doing this program. Youth apprentices gain skills, confidence, and a clear sense of future with their employer, which reduces the turnover, it lowers onboarding costs, and it creates a more stable workforce. For our youth, the benefits are just as significant. Youth apprentices are gaining hands-on real-world experience in a structured and supervised environment while they're still in high school. And because these opportunities are part of a U.S. Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program, the training is intentional, it's safe, and it's aligned with a clear training plan. They also develop essential professional skills along the way as well. So communication, teamwork, accountability, and time management are all worked into this through daily interaction with mentors and their coworkers in the program. Youth apprentices are paid employees as well from day one. So they earn wages while they're learning, which helps offset future education and training costs and reinforces the value of the work that they're doing. Just as important, youth apprentices begin a clear career pathway before graduation. So instead of leaving high school without direction, they're graduating with experience, skills, and confidence in their next steps. And because the program is registered with the U.S. Department of Labor, youth apprentices earn a portable, nationally recognized credential that validates what they've learned. It validates the skills for their employers across the country, and then it supports the long-term career mobility of that student as they move forward into the future. So overall, because these opportunities are part of the U.S. Department of Labor's registered apprenticeship program, both the employers and the students are benefiting from a proven high-quality training model that supports workforce development and career success. So one of the most common and completely valid questions that we do hear from employers is around youth labor laws and safety, and particularly that's when it comes to hazardous work. In general, federal youth labor laws restrict minors from performing general certain hazardous tasks. These laws exist to protect young workers, and safety is always the top priority when it comes to a registered apprenticeship. However, it's important to understand that with those programs, uh, apprentices are treated differently under federal regulations because they're recognized as structured training programs. So in some cases, youth apprentices may be allowed to perform tasks that would otherwise be restricted in any other kind of situation. As long as specific requirements are met, the safety remains the top priority in these situations. So one of the requirements is that hazardous work must be intermittent and must not exceed 20% of the apprentice's overall work time. This ensures that hazardous tasks are limited, they're closely monitored, and used strictly for training purposes, not as a routine job duty. And then it's also important to understand that any hazardous task performed by a youth apprentice must be vital to the training. The purpose of a youth registered apprenticeship is not to place young people into an unsafe work environment, but to intentionally train them in a skilled trade or occupation. Um, in many of these industries, learning that trade or skill does require exposure to certain tasks that are classified as hazardous. So when the training is properly structured, um, tasks and supervised, we have to make sure that they're aligned with registered training plans. Some of those tasks can be performed safely as part of that learning process as well. That structure includes several key safeguards. The apprentice must be enrolled in the U.S. Department of Labor's Registered Apprenticeship Program, first of all. They also have to have what's called an ETA 671, which is a written agreement in place. The apprentice also has to receive direct and close supervision by a qualified mentor, and the registered apprenticeship program does require a one-to-one mentor to apprentice ratio that ensures consistent oversight and support throughout that training. So when we say direct supervision, we mean the supervising adult, typically, which would be a journeyman or another qualified experienced worker, is physically present and actively overseeing the work. So the supervisor is close enough to continuously observe the youth's work. They can intervene immediately if something unsure happens or unsafe happens or occurs, and provide some real-time guidance and instruction as the task is being performed. Close supervision reinforces that this oversight is not remote, it's occasional or passive. The supervisor remains within the same work area. They are actively monitoring the hazardous task as it's happening, and they ensure that safety protocols are followed at all times during that training. This level of supervision is a core safety component of all youth registered apprenticeship programs. In addition to that supervision, appropriate safety training must be provided before any hazardous tasks are performed. Because these programs are registered through the U.S. Department of Labor, they are built around safety, progression, and accountability. So employers can provide meaningful hands-on training while remaining fully compliant within federal labor standards. It's also important to note that we're not the enforcement authority. The Start Today team is not on youth labor laws. However, we do work closely with employers, and we provide reliable resources, guidance, and connections to help you understand any of the applicable rules and regulations needed to get you to the point that you need to be. Our role is to support you in navigating the process and ensuring that your program is designed correctly from the start. So the good news is that getting started with youth apprenticeships is straightforward. You don't have to do it alone. Your first step is to connect with one of us with the Start Today team. We work in partnership with the U.S. Department of Labor's Registered Apprenticeship System, and we help employers navigate the processes from start to finish. We can provide support to you with any of the following. We can help you develop a new apprenticeship program if you've never started a program, or we can help to update an existing program with USDOL. We can also help with processing and getting through programs that are already registered, updating your program to reflect a lower minimum age. Let's say you decide that you would like to lower your age requirement to start a youth apprenticeship. we could help you through that process. We can also help you review your work processes, training plans, and safety considerations, and then provide suggestions or connect you to the resources that you might need to help improve your plan. And additionally, we have pre-approved templates and some sample language to help streamline those approvals as well. Beyond registration process that we can help you with, just remember youth apprenticeships help you to strengthen your overall workforce strategy. Employers who participate often see a stronger retention, increased enforcement engagement, and a reputation as a business that invests in youth and workforce development in their community. And we can help you through that whole process. With that, just to wrap things up, I just wanted to say that we could schedule time with one of our apprenticeship coordinators using the bookings link that I'm going to provide you in just a second, if I can get that to come up here. Whether you're just exploring youth apprenticeships or ready to move forward with developing a program or considering an expansion or an existing program, our team is here to support you. So together we can build and expand opportunities for South Dakota's youth while helping employers build a skilled workforce for our future.